57 parents are gaining skills in the school, and they are growing the vegetables. The vegetables are theirs. They also sell so that they can get money to support their children.
The foundation has a presence at and beyond lodges across Africa and India, and occasionally uses the power of football to get its message across. One such example is the foundation's Goal is Life programme, which seeks to address the problem of HIV/AIDS in the communities which help staff the lodges. It does so by providing advice on how best to prevent the spread of the disease, and the 2010 FIFA World Cup has helped convince people to listen.
What we started to notice was that if people didn't have a future that they were working towards, that they couldn't see a future for themselves, there was nothing that they were willing to do in the immediate to take care of themselves. And if you wanted to be there for 2010 to see the World Cup, you had to do certain things, keeping in mind now we're going back 6 or 7 years. So when we came up with the Be There 2010 vision, people now suddenly thought, oh, I can be there, and if I want to be there, then there's certain things I need to do to take care of my health. I need to become more active, I need to do exercise, I need to keep my stomach clean, I need to eat the correct foods, and do all those kinds of things.
Having lived with HIV since 1983, David Patient now travels the world to help people understand the disease and to advise them on how best to prolong their lives by taking care of themselves. He's been instrumental in the Foundation's wellness programme, which is centred around a series of football tournaments for which staff at the lodges need to train hard. The core focus of And Beyond is care of the land, care of the wildlife and care of the people. The Goal is Life project encompasses all of that.
If you want to win a game of soccer, you need to score a goal. But the same in life. If you want to live a healthy life, you need to have a personal goal. So we decided to take soccer as a vehicle to actually get through to people.
Give me a round of applause, cheers, everyone.
And Beyond provides unforgettable experiences for luxury travellers, but its responsible approach and the generosity of its clients are making a difference to many here in Africa and beyond. After years in political and sporting exile, South Africa emerged from the apartheid era determined to make up for lost time. Their footballers returned to the international stage in 1992, and present that day was a man who'd soon become a Bafana Bafana legend, Theophilus Khumalo, more commonly known as Doctor. Khumalo and co. forged a golden era for the national team. Within 6 years, Bafana had won the African Nations Cup at the first attempt and had followed that up by qualifying for their first FIFA World Cup.
Each and every player's dream to be part of the World Cup. You can imagine, within a short space of time, we're talking Africa Cup of Nations in 96, 98, we're qualifying for France. First time ever in our history, in football history, playing in the World Cup.
South Africa's adventure at France 98 ended in the group stages, and Khumalo's involvement was unfortunately limited. More than a decade on, he's realistic about Bafana's chances in 2010.
We might be dreaming by thinking that we'll go through the semis, quarters, but my wish is to see the boys, qualifying for the quarterfinals. And especially in terms of the 12th player, which is the supporters, they'll be rolling behind them. So I don't see any reason why they cannot do that.
A Kaizer Chiefs player throughout his career, Khumalo now coaches the club's development team, or under-17s, nurturing the next generation for both club and country. He's been a keen observer of Bafana's recent performances and is a firm believer that today, 17 years after their return to the fold, it's time for the national team to stop making excuses.
Gone are those days where we will have to say we're still learning. I think we did learn before the conflict, and now it's about time to produce the results, because if we are going to clap hands after losing 1-0 to Brazil and say, hey, we were fortunate, it was not that bad, then we're not going anywhere.
Like all fans, Khumalo has his own views on the recent change of coach and the players. But with only 6 months to go now before the World Cup, he feels it's time for the nation to unite behind its team.
It's too late for us to be crybabies. It's just a matter of coming together as a family and supporting the technical team and making sure that whatever they need, they get. And we have to rally behind our current players because we cannot afford to get any at this point in time because the World Cup is just around the corner.
The 2009 FIFA Confederations Cup gave the current generation of South African players a small taste of what it will be like to perform in front of their own fans in a major tournament. That said, the 2010 FIFA World Cup will take the excitement and expectation to another level, and Bafana know they'll need to dig deep in order to do their country proud.
It's a challenge to the technical team and the players and those who will be selected in the near future to represent the country. And it's all about knowing who you are, where you're heading to, what color of jersey are you wearing. Are you wearing a South African jersey? Then it must come from within your heart.
Next time on the 2010 FIFA World Cup magazine, we'll hear from Carlos Alberto Pereira and meet South African referee Jerome Damon.